All right, hello. So let's have a little fun. Let's break down some film, a couple of plays that I think could help us when I was watching the University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux play Miami of Ohio in one of the first games of the year. So if we start the game off here, we see the goal or the puck is in defensive end for the Sioux. You see the Sioux are here in white and green. See the puck's down here low. Here we see the one of the other defensemen coming in. We have two folks on the point, and then we have one of these two folks to the wing of the center. All right, so we have a guy down here trying to cover the net, and these two are careful watching. So let's kind of watch how this play progresses for a second.
Circle. And that's the one thing.
All right, so if we look here, here's a problem that you'll see the results of the problem here in a second. Because if you look, okay, so the Sioux are being very aggressive. They've got both defenders and the center, so they really try to overpower the puck carrier so they can gain possession to get out of their room. That's one of their really aggressive philosophies. But if you take a look at, there's no defenseman up here, right? And that's their philosophy. They take their center and they forecheck hard. They put both defense on the forecheck because there was no possession of the puck. But the other thing you have to notice is look at both their players. Now, granted, they're a little bit faster than we are, but they're down low. They're down low way past the hash marks, which is kind of where our forward should not go when the puck's in our end. Granted, this forward is starting to spin around, hoping to get a breakout pass. In fact, that's a big part of the play. Is breakout is go down, circle in deep, open yourself up. Notice he's a left-hander, and he's going to come across here. And if there is a puck coming out, he'll be able to catch it on his forehand and then take off. Let's watch the play progress.
North Dakota squad, I think.
So they lost the puck from the end, and because their two wings are down here, even though we had, I think it was Pinto swinging down deep and coming up here, we see the puck coming out here to the points for the other side.
There's so much overall just sheer
pass it
skill.
over
You also
and a
got
shot in. So we see this happen to our team, and we, when we're lucky, we get to do that to the other team. When we end up just chasing around the puck, we end up collapsing our players around the net. And it's because we're not as fast as, a Division I college hockey team, and these wingers should never go down that low. So let's see how this continues to progress.
the
Wingers aren't as low. They're able to cover the point. See what happens here. This defender comes up here to get this puck. This wing then covers player to player. Now we got a defense here, our center defense here. We have this defense here. We have another defense here. So they're still pretty low, but they're an aggressive team. That's what they're doing. Really, this person for us should be up much higher.
Utilize your teammates, and the points will come as long as you're making.
All right, so now they're starting a breakaway. Right away, what needs to happen is this winger and the other winger. And if you look here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 folks real down low. There's not a lot of options for this person to go. There's one here. Even that's kind of a bad pass. If it's mispassed or misdirected, it goes right across the edge. We got a player here and we got a player here that can get the puck and score. So really, there's only one lane, and that's moving straight up along the boards, which is exactly what he does.
The right plays. There was a case of.
And okay, look at here. We do have a player here, but there's a straight line between these two players, and there's one of the opposing players in the middle. So he does the right play. He bounces it off the boards up here for this player to try to wheel in and pick it up, or for him to come and get it.
Right there.
All right, now let's take a look here. At this point, we got the Sioux player entering into the offensive zone. We have an odd player for the opposing team. So they got their two folks. Both defenders are playing this kind of tight. They're not going to give them a lot of line or space at the blue line here. And so this defender has two options at this time: dump the puck or try to work through an odd player advantage. All right, let's see what happens.
Heavily in favor of the number 1 seed.
All right, so you see he tried to fight it off there. We're not going to face puck checks like that, or body checks like that, but certainly they're going to lose the puck along the boards, and then it just comes right back.
Miami's had a couple of half chances.
And of course, then they get the puck, they do the breakout, and they go right back to the other end. No good chances here. So if we go back just a little bit, what were some of the options that we could have done? So if the other forwards were playing, and I've always said, it's the players without the puck that make the game happen. And we'll see this in this play and the next. There's nobody else for him to go. He has no choice because he's already over at the wall because there wasn't a good breakout. He's going to have to take it up the edge. He gets sealed off. He's limited on his options. I'm not going to say that this guy, I could do better because I don't think I'm good enough of a hockey player to tie this guy's skates. But at the same time, you see if he would have either dumped it off or if there would have been another wing coming with him, he could have had more options. Instead, he pretty much had to eat it. There was a turnover and they came right back in.
Miami's had a couple of half chances.
All right, so let's watch a different one. Elvis, shut up. Yeah, we're being real professional here. So watch a very different breakout and the results of this breakout. Let's take a look at this. All right. So here we are starting. I'm going to back this up just a little bit more. I didn't get to capture much more of this, but if you notice, they're breaking it out of the end. It's the same shift. So basically, the team in red, Miami, Ohio, broke it out, brought it into their end. They lost the puck, but now look what happened. You got 3 forwards up high, right? The defender here and another defender down here, right? The center was able to skate his butt up and get up there and help. Now they've got 2 players on one or even a 3 on one. So there's more options. Plus, you can see that there's going to be some movement here where the 2 other forwards. So the first forward is with the puck. That's F1, F2, and F3. Watch what they're doing without the puck. That's what makes the difference for this play.
Hockey players, but
okay, so this guy automatically sees on the strong side. That's the side with the puck. There's a player here in red about to come and check him. This player, if he were to dish it off to him, maybe off the board or something, he's got a player who's going to close on that. But because of the third forward is going wide, he made the cross ice pass. It was a little dangerous through this guy, but these guys know how to thread a needle pretty well. He got the through to this player. Now let's just play this to its end, and then we'll go back to this point and kind of break it down a little bit more.
Other individuals as well. Chance here now as Gabriel leaves one for Pinto. The freshman roofs this one past.
All right. So again, so what happened here is what we had are the players were up a little bit higher on the blue ice. This guy went wide, wasn't watching, was going ahead, and this was kind of a stretch pass. It was ahead of the player, not at the players. So this guy had to catch up. And even if he lost it, it would have bounced across the boards here. And if he would have circled in, he could have picked that up, because look where these defenders are over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th guy is down here. So they recognized there was a 3-on-2 or 3-on-3. And by putting it over to this side, now we have a 1-on-1 situation. And let's continue to see what happens here.
Individuals as well.
Okay, stop for a second. So take a look here. He sees that they're going to, again, the team in red here is not going to give a lot of space at the blue line. He waits till he crosses the blue line, sees that he'd have to fight through 1 or 2 players. So instead he did a little button hook there, or a curl up, basically slow up or stop, let those players go by, and he crosses it. Now here he has 2 options. If he passes it to this guy, well, he's pig in the middle here. He's got a guy's stick right here and a stick right here. It's going to fall apart. But by stopping and waiting and letting the play develop, I'm going to back this up a little bit and watch him come in across the line. Watch what he does and watch where the players in red go. Across the line, he stops. They're all keep going deeper into the end, right? In fact, this defensive player sees that there's a cross ice pass about to happen. He's trying to kick it off with his puck, with his foot. But here we have right here in the center, the 3rd forward. Notice we have that triangle I talked about. 1, 2, 3. We have this nice triangle. So this guy knows he's out of the play. There's a bad play, but he doesn't quit. Instead, he's going to go to the net. He's going to go to the net and distract the goalie. This player is much of credit for the goal that's about to happen as this player who got the assist, because he's going to go up here and he's going to take some of the attention from the goalie.
Chance here now is
all right, so sure, he's about to shoot, and don't we all wish we had a flex like that? But look where this player is. He's not down too low. He's not right in front of the net. He did have that option to sit in front of the net, or he had the option to sit over here. And notice he's on the stick side. He's a little high on the stick side, so that way if there was a shot on the middle to left side of the goalie as we're looking at him here, that puck will come rebounding out to him. He's opened up, his stick is on the ice, and he can just knock it right in for a sweet backhand, right? But instead, he makes this goalie hesitate. He makes this goalie look and know who's over here. And even if it's just a split hair, a little tiny second, that's all it takes is for this player to rocket a puck past his glove hand, which is really hard to do at this level of play.
leaves one for Pinto.
Again, Pinto got the goal because he came streaking down the middle as the 3rd player. Instead of standing up and kind of watching it happen, he came down in the middle. The 2nd player in, went to the net, drove to the net, And it all happened because there was a little bit of play here, a hesitation, recognizing that he's not going to get through. He doesn't want to go in down along the side and just lose the puck. He paused for a second, let everybody blow past him, found a centering pass. These guys were looking, they had their sticks down on the ice. Watch it one more time. This is just a really good opposite example of them going down to the side of the net and going against more players than we have and just losing the puck. One more time.
Hockey players, but better
Cross-ice
individuals
pass.
as well.
Cross the blue line, then stop,
Chance here now
pass
as
it
everything
in.
is left for Pinto.
That guy was right
The
there
freshman
interfering.
roofs
So it was a great job of all three forwards acting in concert, supporting the team. It's called puck support, right? What you're doing without the play, without the puck, is really supporting everything. All right, let's give this a try. Let's have some fun with this.